Greetings, marvellous viewers, and welcome to Animal World, our co-inhabitants. Animals are an indispensable part of our lives, and they selflessly help us in countless ways. In the wilderness, animals help to pollinate plants, produce soil, and keep ecosystems in balance. Some companion animals work with humans directly for the benefit of many other people. For example, canines may be trained to assist in search and rescue or disaster relief operations. Dogs may also serve in police units to help assure public safety, while still others may work as therapeutic animals in hospitals and nursing homes. Today we look at the vitally important role of seeing eye canines in bettering the lives of the blind and visually impaired. These super smart dogs are taught to utilise their superb senses to serve as the eyes for those needing guidance, helping them to navigate around obstacles, travel to various places, and accomplish many different daily tasks. With a mission to train people with impaired vision to use canes, canines, and electronic aids to improve their mobility, independence, and safety, members of the Australia-based non-profit group Guide Dogs New South Wales and Australian Capital Territory will now share with us some uplifting stories about seeing eye canine companions and how these dogs have transformed the lives of the visually impaired in so many ways.
Geraldine and I have been together for 7 years. Geraldine is actually my third guide dog, so I've actually had guide dogs for about 17 years, 18 years. The best word that sums up how I felt when I did my very first walk with a dog was the feeling of freedom. I could walk down a footpath without having to worry about obstacles. My guide dog took me around the obstacles and she moved in and out of the people, and it was just, I felt free. It was quite amazing. Because of Geraldine, I've been able to do all kinds of things that I probably wouldn't have done if I had a cane. I actually moved to Sydney a few years ago, and I never thought that I would be able to get my way around Sydney, but with my job with guide dogs, I go all over the place. Geraldine just, it makes life so much easier, and it's great knowing that I can get on the train and she'll find me an empty seat. I used to be quite afraid when I was a teenager that I would end up sitting on someone's lap, so that's good as well.
Sarah is a public relations speaker for Guide Dogs New South Wales and Australian Capital Territories. Her seeing eye canine companion Ali helps her in innumerable ways every day.
I've been vision impaired since I was a baby. If it's really good sunlight, like it is now, I can see a little bit. As soon as it's nighttime or darker, I can't see. I'm basically night blind. Ali, who I've got here, is my first guide dog. When you are moving around with a cane, you have to locate obstacles. You have to find them with the cane before you can go around them. With the guide dog, it's very smooth. The dog will just walk you straight around everything in your way and find that path for you. So it makes a huge difference. For me in particular, I love it.
Seeing eye canines not only bring the visually impaired independence and the freedom to move about, but also friendship and a sense of security.
People do often get a guide dog not only for its mobility benefits but also for that companionship. I have a number of people that I've spoken to over the years that say they just feel so much more confident walking down the street knowing that they've got a companion. They are more comfortable knowing that there's somebody else with them.
The bond is really important with guide dogs. So Ali and I are very, very close. Very close relationship, both when she's working but also when her harness comes off. Yeah, we're really great mates, a very special bond.
Seeing eye animals maintain continuous contact with their caregiver and help them adjust to all sorts of situations they may face. When the harness is off, guide dogs are just like any other happy family dogs that enjoy a good rub on the belly. In fact, off-harness playtime is essential for maintaining the strength of the ties between a visually impaired person and their four-legged navigator.
Geraldine's very, very cheeky out of harness. Her favourite thing to do is actually sunbake and eat, of course. She'll have gone visiting someone that, was sitting down to lunch, or someone who had a camera, because she loves having a photo taken. So when she's at home, she's very much like an ordinary dog and huge personality. And I think her favourite talk that we ever get to do is actually with children. She loves going to the schools. If it's a small enough school, she gets to take the harness off and she gets to have cuddles.
How is Jubilee rewarded by Samantha for all her fine work?
Lots of affection, yeah, just lots of patting. I give her treats, but really it's just having that bond, and I mean, she knows she's doing a great job if I tell her she's doing a great job, so yeah, just lots of reinforcement.
The dog breeds that commonly become guide dogs include Labradors, Golden Retrievers, and Labrador Golden Retriever crosses. These fluffy friends are calm, loyal, and intelligent. Puppies selected for guide dog training usually begin the intensive instruction at the age of 1. Hours upon hours of training is required, and includes the canine needing to master the multitude of commands and complex skills that are required to perform their future job.
Well, I'm an actual guide dog mobility instructor, so I'm responsible for the training of the dogs and then the people who have a vision impairment or blindness. The training of the dogs, it's a 20-week period. The basic commands are directional commands, actually. If you can put it simply, back, forward, left and right. The command to actually go to walk on is forward, and that's basically when up, the dog is standing by the owner's side and with the hand movement. And the command, verbal command, is forward and off you go. There's a command to actually stop the dog while it's walking. So if the blind user has forgotten to go to a shop behind it, the command is very simply the dog's name and stop. And the dog should slow down and stop. At a junction, if the user wants to go left, there's a certain position that user gets into and then gives a verbal command left and obviously to the right as well. There's also commands to speed the dog up and slow the dog down. And this is Trudy, and actually Trudy is fully trained, and she's going to be matched up with her brand new owner tomorrow. So this really is her last day of training, and she will begin her work as a guide dog tomorrow.
Ali had her 19 months of training, and then I had my training. So for me it was a couple of weeks, it depends on the person. And I had to learn the commands, how to work with Ali effectively and positively as a team. I had to go to guide dog school as well.
Despite all the hard work involved, the intelligent guide dogs lead interesting lives and enjoy the many challenges and responsibilities of helping their beloved human friends.
The guide dog has the same rights of access as its handler, so that's covered in state and federal law as well. That the dogs can go everywhere. So taxis, buses, restaurants, shopping centres, all forms of public transport. As I said, basically anywhere I can go, she can go, and it's important people realise that. Anywhere I need to go, I can travel there independently with Ali, and know that she is allowed to go everywhere I go, and it's absolutely fantastic.
To ensure a seeing eye dog is able to stay focused on ensuring the safety of their human companion, it is important to be considerate and never distract the dog from his or her duties.
If you see someone with a long cane or a guide dog, they're just like you or I, and if you think they need assistance, it'd be great to go up and ask them and just say, do you need a hand? And if so, how can I help you? So that's a really important message to take along, and most people are really grateful to have an offer of assistance. And if you see a guide dog in harness, it's working, and it's really best to admire it from afar rather than go and pat it or talk to it.
If the guide dog's harness is on, like Ali's is on now, then you can't pat the dog. Even things like eye contact, anything that'll distract it from focusing on its work. When the harness comes off, it becomes a normal dog. But yeah, we do ask members of the public just to ignore a working guide dog, talk to the owner, not the dog.
Animals truly make us happy and enhance our lives in so many ways. Without them, our world certainly would not be as beautiful or colourful a place. Thank you, Guide Dogs New South Wales and Australian Capital Territory, for introducing us to some fine service canines and helping us better understand how these selfless dogs assist the blind and visually impaired. For more details on the Guide Dogs New South Wales and Australian Capital Territory, please visit www.guidedogs.com.au. Blessed viewers, we appreciate your tranquil company today on Animal World, our co-inhabitants. May our eyes always be open to the beauty and wisdom of our planetary home.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/AW.